Well, adding a dog to the family is a big milestone, right? And if you've reached that time in your life, there is a lot to thinking about, from picking the right breed to pet visits, vet visits, training, pet insurance. That's a thing, right? We are breaking down everything that new dog parents need to know with our good friend and local vet, Dr. Erin Brown. Dr. Brown, welcome to the show, and thank you for who you are and what you do. We know so many pet parents rely on you because these are their babies, and so we're so grateful for you. With that, though, for people kind of maybe being pet parents for the first time, they're getting a new puppy in their life. Let's first talk breeds, because there are certain breeds that go best with certain lifestyles. Do you recommend certain ones for first-time pet owners?
So I think I would have a different answer for every single person.
Okay,
so
sure.
I have got 2 active children. We've got sports, we've got school activities. I need a lazy house hippo. I do not have the time for an active breed dog,
Right.
and all that they require. Whereas outdoor families and couples who like to do that, it might be an active breed. So I think one of the hardest things as a vet is when you walk into an exam room of a family who's got this adorable new puppy, and they're already in love with the puppy, and there are 4 children ranging from like 2 months of age to 4 years old, screaming, running all over.
That's a lot.
And they have got a dog that is going to require an exuberant amount of attention, and you automatically are thinking, this is not going to go well.
Right. Well, and it's tough because you've had these dreams of like, I've always wanted a little Pomeranian puff thing, and you're like, ma'am, pause. Let's think about
time
what's
out
going to be best for you and the dog.
So I think what it comes down to is research the breed before you even get it, because once you get it, you're going to bond, and you need to know how much exercise is this dog going to entail. What are some common medical problems? Is this going to be a dog that's going to have some issues down the road, and are you prepared for that?
Yeah.
As well as, what is the maintenance on their hair care? Like, is this going to require grooming a lot? And are they going to require daily brushing and all of those things? And what does your lifestyle look like in order to care for an animal like that? So I think there's a lot of things to look at before you even start talking about getting a puppy, and utilize your local veterinarian. I love talking about, okay, what does your lifestyle look like? Well, here are some great breeds you might not have thought about. And also, like, let's not forget local animal rescues, because you are able to go into a rescue or a shelter, see that animal, interact with it and your family, even bring one of your pets to engage with it and see how they do. And you're already going to know exactly what you get when you get it. And so I always recommend, you'd be shocked at these purebred, beautiful dogs that you can find at shelters and rescues that are phenomenal.
So we're going to highlight a shelter in just a moment. But again, before we do that, so we've talked again, kind of puppy initial, be aware of the breed, research the breed. But let's chat again, kind of those initial care tips. And certainly every breed is different. But when we first bring that puppy home, are there things, certain health issues that they might be experiencing in those first few weeks?
Yeah, this is where I think it's incredibly important to utilize a veterinarian for appropriate vaccinations and care, because vaccines have to be given at very specific intervals to give them proper protection from a lot of common diseases. Vaccines are very temperamental when it comes to temperature, meaning that if they're not handled properly from the time they come from where they're made to where they're given, and not refrigerated even for 15 or 20 minutes at proper temps, they're no longer good. And so making sure you're getting them done by a veterinarian. Fecal exams, I know this is something you don't think about, but there are certain parasites that you can only see under a microscope, and some that are actually contagious to people and children is what you think about.
No, we
so
can't have that.
No worms. And so you want to make sure that they're having proper, appropriate fecals and dewormings done, and then also getting them on preventatives for things like fleas and ticks, and spaying and neutering at the appropriate age, because that actually is different from breed to breed. And so these are things that I think really utilizing your local vet is super important, because you don't think about how detailed it is to get these babies protected from very scary things like parvovirus and parasites.
I don't even know what parvovirus is, but I don't think I want to know.
It's not a good one.
Erin, we're so grateful for your knowledge. And so with that, again, we've been talking puppy care, overall health concerns. Insurance is a big topic. I don't even think I knew pets could have insurance, but with all of this, vaccinations and expenses and what have you, how do we know if this is something we really should look at?
I get asked that question so much. I think pet insurance is phenomenal. I have seen so many people be able to afford emergency care for their animals because of pet insurance, versus having to scramble and figure out how are you going to pay for things if something were to come up like an emergency surgery. So pet insurance is incredibly important, but it needs to be done early on, because a lot of pet insurances will not cover pre-existing conditions. So you want to make sure you get that
done
early. Yep, and doing your research too, making sure you're getting a company that has got a good reputation. Don't just look at the premium cost of what you're paying monthly. What does that cover? Does it cover wellness, sickness, emergency? How quickly do they reimburse you? Because that's another difference, is it's a reimbursement program. You have to pay that up front, but that insurance company will reimburse you. Is it going to cover long-term chronic diseases and breed-related diseases? So there's a lot of research that needs to be done to make sure that you're getting a good, reputable, but yes, I think it is so important, but do it young and early so that you can have as much coverage as you can.
Absolutely. So again, research, kind of the big summary point that we want to stress. And Dr. Erin, thank you so much for coming on and stressing this. Again, above all, we want to say, talk to your local vet. Dr. Erin is fabulous, but we've got her summary tips here. You can see those online as well. But yes, sign up to either be with her or a local vet here in your area, because they do so much wonderful work for your fur babies. Dr. Erin, thank you so much. So grateful for you. Appreciate
Love
it,
being
my
here.
sister. Thanks, my girl.